Welcome to Storytimer. Debra Lynn Dusing. Debra Lynn Dusing was born on October 7, 1956, to Dale and Juanita Dusing. She had a sister, Kathy Lou. The Dusing family lived in Fort Wayne. In 1973, Debra had just had a birthday and turned 17 when she was brutally murdered and left in a field a few miles south of Fort Wayne. She was found fully clothed in a field on Hartzell Road by Kenneth Niemeyer. Just as in other cases, Kenneth was a farmer, and it was time to harvest the corn. There should be a support group for farmers who have found bodies that way. Debra had not been dead long when she was found. She was only gone overnight. She was found on a Sunday. Had she gone out with friends or on a date the night before? Who was the last person to see her alive? I could only find one newspaper article about her body being found and one about her murder. I also found her death certificate, and there are some discrepancies. According to the newspaper article, she was shot with a small caliber weapon and stabbed in the chest. According to her death certificate, she was killed by multiple stab wounds by an unknown assailant. The death certificate does not mention gunshot wounds. Perhaps there is an autopsy report, however, that is more detailed. A knife blade without a handle was found at the site where her body was found. Investigators said that Debra had likely been killed elsewhere and her body dragged into the field. Investigators stated that they did not think she had been sexually assaulted because she was fully dressed. I wonder if she was killed in a car by a date. I wonder if the killer had to do a great deal of cleaning up. Maybe someone remembers something along those lines. Maybe there is someone out there who saw something that seemed odd at the time, but it now seems ominous. If the killer was someone her own age, maybe they talked at some point. Maybe that person bragged about it. Maybe they threatened someone else in that way. Perhaps there's someone out there who doesn't feel like keeping a secret anymore. If Debra had lived, she would be 68. She would be retired and probably enjoying her grandchildren. But she isn't here. She didn't get to go to her prom. She didn't get to enjoy her graduation. She didn't get to grow up and experience life. Her mother, Juanita, had to be the one to identify her. Imagine that for a second. Someone knows what happened in late October in Fort Wayne in 1973. Hopefully they will come forward with more information. Debra's parents have both passed away without knowing who killed their daughter. Debra had a sister named Kathy. I'm sure that she would like to see justice done for her sister. Rest in peace, Debra Dusing.